Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the seemingly simple yet surprisingly complex world of cooking the perfect steak. Let's get into it. Before doing anything else, you gotta allow the steak to come to room temperature by taking them out of the fridge 20 minutes before seasoning or cooking. Because cold steaks can lead to overcooking, and you don't want a well done steak. So pro tip number 1, before seasoning, pat the steaks dry. So here, I'm just putting in some salt and pepper on both sides. And this is my secret ingredient, Herb de Provence. The Herb de Provence is a mixture of dried spice and herbs, and it's made up of thyme, rosemary, oregano, lavender. And I like using this spice because it has everything on it. So be very generous, especially for the Herb de Provence, because that'll give the steak this extra in flavor. This is optional, but I like to add olive oil onto the meat. That way the flavors and the seasoning will stick onto the meat. Plus it'll also give it some moisture. Alright, once the pan is hot, make sure it's very hot because you don't want to boil or bake the steak. Lay the steaks away from you and let the pan do the work. And listen for that satisfying sear noise. This is what you would want. The sizzling sear while the steak is cooking. So this is an indication that the surface of the steak is caramelizing and developing a flavorful crust. This is what you're trying to achieve. Okay, hear me out. This is very important. You have to turn the steak every minute. I mean literally every 60 seconds to ensure even cooking. This is like the secret to achieving a consistent color throughout the steak. And as you can see here, I'm trying to lay the steak upright, try to cook the sides of the meat, and render all the fat. So I'm rendering all the fat, the oil, mix it all together, and again to achieve the perfect balance of color and cooking. Now you can add the butter during the cooking process, and this will add the richness and enhance the flavor of the steak. You can start basting the steak, and this will add an extra layer to the taste. I'm adding rosemary. It's a personal preference, but I like the aromatic fragrance of the rosemary. I'm also adding a few cloves of garlic to flavor the steak. You don't need to peel or chop the garlic. Just lightly crush and just put it in. This will give the extra flavor. And you can just brush off the garlic onto the meat. And keep basting and basting it. Be very consistent. If you notice, we're in high heat the whole time, but nothing's burning. Rosemary's not burning, the garlic's not burning. The meat's not burning, and that's why it's very essential to start off with an olive oil. Coat the steak with olive oil, and that will help to protect the meat from the heat. Once you're done, turn off the stove and let the meat rest for 2 minutes before slicing it and serving it. This is very crucial because it ensures the moisture to retain into the meat. And we're done. This is my version of cooking the close to perfect steak, and it's all about the searing technique, and it's all about the turning and the flipping of the meat consistently to achieve even cooking and color distribution. And also it's about basting. Keep basting the meat with the butter and the oil. It's kind of like giving your steak a spa treatment. So do this throughout the cooking process. Before I let you go, I just want to say thank you to everyone. We've hit the triple-digit milestone. I know in the grand scheme of things, this might not seem like a massive number, over 100 subscribers, but let me tell you, it's a huge achievement for us, and I just want to celebrate. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to each person who hit that subscribe button, made a comment, pressed a like. Your support means so much to this channel, and I cannot thank you enough. It's all about spreading joy to others, and speaking of joy, I'll let you guys go and I'll enjoy this steak, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.